My name is John Gordon. I'm a doctor who has been given the task to investigate a new illness that has arisen out of nowhere. Cedar hasn't given me too much information, and all I know is the name that's given for this infection. It is known as the green flu. According to witnesses who have worked with Cedar, and the public who have encountered the infected in the first place, this disease, or whatever it is incredibly unpredictable. The symptoms are all over the place, from aggressive coughing to bleeding from the eyes and mouth. It changes in the click of fingers, and we have never seen an illness this unnerving in quite some time. Anyway, we have interviewed and taken blood samples from some individuals, and we will be testing their blood samples soon. The green flu hasn't been around for very long, and its origins are still shrouded in mystery. At first, we thought it was contaminated meat, maybe some strain of the mad cow disease. A load of areas exterminated all of their livestock, from the shanty towns to the deeper savannah area. Yet the green flu still reigned terror. But I'm sure you're more interested in who is in this facility. I'm going to see them now, with protection of course, and I'm very confident we will be able to find something at the very least. These individuals are Calvin Robert, an expert parkour runner who came into quarantine with a bite on his left arm right below the sleeve of his hoodie. Donna Davis, a diabetic woman who was morbidly obese, and she was scratched along her leg. Her husband was there too. His name is Robert Cook. He had type 2 diabetes and was bitten on the right arm above the veins. Then there was Otis Mitchell, a tall redneck who hunted for a living. He was fighting them off, but one got the jump on him and bit deep into his right arm. After him was Abraham Brooks. He was a military server and was very muscular and fit. According to him, after fighting off the infected, a couple of them got the jump on him. He tried to run away, but they eventually outsped him and bit him on both of his arms and his legs, and he came into the place in the most critical condition. Cassidy Cleveland arrived shortly afterwards, and holy hell was he in a state. He was shaking uncontrollably, giggling like a madman, barely able to form any kind of coherent sentences. But according to his file, he was housed in a mental institution, following his diagnosis with mania. Following Cassidy was an attractive woman called Stacy Hillary. She apparently frequented this place, often coming up here to participate in test trials to try and make some money. She was bitten on her stomach. According to her, one of the people that she was with at the time attempted to try and attack her. She fended the attacker off as best as she could, but didn't escape unwounded. The second to last person was Tyler Green. He was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2007. He had an obsessive smoking habit. This was reported on his file due to the fact of his horrible childhood, in which he was abused by both of his parents. And the final person to make it in here was a woman by the name of Dolores Bella. She entered the room in tears, sobbing hysterically, and according to her, she had lost her child. He was ill with this infection and attacked her, biting her on her knee. I was rightly shocked at seeing the state of these poor people, but I knew one thing for sure. We had to try and find out what we are dealing with. It has been 1 hour since the infected folk have arrived. They are in heavy containment under supervision. We need to learn the effects of this virus fully. We can't simply go off of eyewitnesses and rumours. Otis has developed lumps and bumps on his right arm, and he appears to be crying in pain. Clearly this must be the effects of the green flu on him. I checked the feed of Stacy Hillary, and she had torn open her top, exposing her stomach. She was groaning in pain as her stomach quite literally turned. She was drooling, but it looked green. Cassidy's feed was no better. Previously he was able to form coherent sentences, before his spouts of mania kicked in. But now, all he does is laugh, and it's creeping me out. Tyler Green was coughing violently. He had what appeared to be some kind of growth near his throat, and his shirt was torn right around his shoulders. Dolores was still sobbing, and Abraham's muscles had grown noticeably, to the point that his sleeves on his clothing were torn through. Oddly though, his legs hadn't grown to compensate for the added weight. Now I'm on... What was that? Oh god, this isn't good. I've just swapped the camera feed to Donna and Robert's room and Jesus, they weren't lying. They threw up blood and disgusting bile from their mouths. They're developing boils on their arms and their stomach have expanded. It looks disgusting. Their skin is all pale, Robert's hair is falling out, and their clothing are about 4 sizes too small for them now. I can see piles of chunky vomit and blood in the corners. What the fuck is this? And if this continues onwards, we won't have any idea what to do. No! This is all wrong. It's been 2 hours since my last tape, but it's all falling apart. All the patients are losing the battle against the green flu. Otis has been coughing blood while its arm has experienced some sort of elephantitis that the green flu clearly must have exacerbated. Cassidy hasn't stopped laughing since I last checked on him. He's even cutting himself with his nails and his now bony fingers. His eyes were bloodshot red. He doesn't even look human anymore. Donna and Robert are still vomiting blood and bile. All I can hear from their room is gurgling and burps. The other people are suffering too. All I can hear from their rooms are growling, things being tossed around like a rampaging animal, hissing like some sort of feral or rabid dog, and disgusting throat coughing that doesn't even resemble anything remotely human. I don't know when this will end. I'm really scared. Since my last communication, several of the team that was working with me here have departed from the project for obvious reasons, and all I can hear on a constant basis is scratching, pounding, growling, and other noises of unhuman origin. I feel as if I'm trapped here. If I try and leave, I'll be branded a failure and a traitor by Cedar, and with the recent act of martial law by the military in Savannah, I'm at the mercy of any of those with any sort of automatic weapon. On the opposite side of the coin, if I stay, I have to deal with whatever the hell is behind those doors. They aren't human anymore, and no matter what, we are completely and utterly fucked. I have to check on the cameras again. What the fuck? We're doomed. I can see them. It's everything I feared. Otis's arm has grown to a massive length, even longer than the last time I saw. He's making weird noises like a wild animal. His overalls have stretched to the point of them barely hanging on his body anymore. Donna and Robert are now even more obese, with their clothing so incredibly stretched that only their upper chests are now covered. I can see vomit and blood trails all over this place. The camera from Abraham's room has gone out. The alarm has gone out as well. I suspect one of these things have destroyed it. I have to try and track down all of the information here. I was informed that in every single Cedar location, there is a room that have all of the information on the green flu, and what they are planning to do next to counteract it. If there really is information on all of the cases here, that could expose them for the lying, deserting scumbags they really are. Moving through these rooms are a nightmare. The stench is beyond rancid. I'm surprised I haven't vomited under this foul odour. I passed a room. Not the room I wanted, but an important room nonetheless. It was a room that had a giant bulletin board in the centre. On it had a timeline of events, and the one thing of note that was still there was a sticky note entitled, "Do not cause mass panic," and then I connected the dots. That's why it's called the green flu, to ensure the public don't freak out. Oh, better to live in blissful ignorance than a harsh truth, huh? The fucking rats! They don't have the audacity to tell the world about this. I pocketed the notes. I gotta get the hell out of this place. I need to get these tapes to any higher power, anybody who can spread the word. Do not trust Cedar. It's been 30 minutes since I last spoke to you. I'm in the hallways and all I see is blood and thrown around equipment. It reeks of burning cigarettes. As I trek down the halls, I don't know where the others are. Wait. Oh, what the hell is this? I'm sorry. I'll try to explain what I'm seeing. It appears to be some kind of green smoke, and it's coming from Tyler Green. He's horrifying. His left arm is completely surrounded by those disgusting boils, and there are what appear to be tongues coming out of his mouth and throat. They never said the green flu could morph its host into something akin to this. What the hell have they been hiding all this time? Get back! That thing just tried to wrap one of its tongues around me and crack my spine. I shoved the fucker to the ground and I'm running. That thing is on my trail. I'm ending this here. I have to find somewhere safe. I just barely outran that monster. I don't know exactly where I am in this place, but from what I've pieced together, this green flu or whatever the heck it is anymore, it affects you depending on your past habits. All of those monstrous looks are based on their life choices. That could explain the throat coughing from Tyler, the morbidly obese stomachs of Robert and Donna, and it is incredibly contagious and horrifying. There isn't any weaponry around this place right now for me to get either. The guards took them as they fled the building, so I have to use my wits to try and outsmart these things. What the hell? It's crying, coming from this room. That could be a survivor. Maybe one of the people stayed behind. I have to check it out. The more numbers I have, increases the chance of me getting out of this nightmare alive. Those infected can't talk. All they can do is make animalistic sounds and groan. Alright. Hello? I'm a doctor. I'm not infected. Hey, are you alright? Wait a second. Are those claws? Oh crap! Take this! Die, you monster! Oh no. Please. No. I killed that monster. It was Dolores, or what was left of her. Unlike those others I encountered, she didn't really mutate or change as grotesquely as they did, except her nails have grown to an inhumanly long length. She scratched me before I put her down, so I'm now infected. I don't feel any changes to myself right now, but I know soon I will be one of them. All hope is lost. There's no help here. Nobody's coming to save us. Savannah is a wasteland of death and horror. And I barely evaded Cassidy. For some reason, he could walk again. He was unbelievably short, and his laughter sent chills down my spine. Wait, hold on. What's this? There's a bottle of whiskey over here on this counter. Okay, I may have a plan to get out of this mess, and take all of these things down with me. But oh lord, it's going to be a long shot. I've got a plan to get out of here, and hopefully put all of those monsters to death. I've found a rag to use alongside this whiskey, and I managed to retrieve a lighter that must have fell from Tyler's coat pocket, and I'm planning to torch this place to the ground. Oh! Damn it! Come on, John. Don't give up now. You need to keep going. Alright. Okay, I think it's over. I found some gasoline on the way here, in one of the lockers. The generators that powered this place both ran on electricity and on gasoline, so this was here just in case any of the generators went out. I doused everywhere important with the gasoline, all the while trying to use the objects at my disposal to try and move these things around like chess pieces. And with that gasoline, one flame and this whole place is done. Okay, here we go. Let's get out of here. What the fuck is that? Oh god. I'm currently running for my life. There's a huge infected right on my trail. Its arms are massive and muscular, and it won't stop. It's Abraham. He's built like a tank. Thankfully, due to the power outage, the sprinklers aren't active. He's a running inferno. I have to try and wait it out until that fire cooks him alive. What's he do? Holy shit! He tore the fucking floor off and chucked a chunk of the concrete straight at me. I barely dodged it, but I can't keep this up. Oh, give me a fucking break. Calvin's on me now. He keeps jumping off the wall so fast, I can't keep up with him. Wait, they've stopped. What are they doing now? What? Abraham just killed Calvin. Literally caved his head in. Do these things not work cooperatively? Well, I'm not sticking around to find out. I saw a fire axe on the wall here. Alright. If I'm going down fighting. Now bring it on! Fuck, my arm. Alright. I got one shot. Here goes. Die, you freak! I managed to kill him. But I'm in so much pain right now. I think that's all of them. I don't know how long is left. I think the fire got all of them. I don't hear them anymore. I don't have the strength to get out of the building. There's barely anything left to just hit record. And no doubt, if this disease is as contagious as I think it is, it'll only be a matter of time before the whole country falls. I'm putting these tapes in a suitcase in this room, My time may be over, but when this mess ends, at least we'll know the truth. Goodbye, and God bless you all.
The green flu epidemic was eventually eradicated after 3 grueling months, but at the cost of millions of Americans. We will honor the fallen in any way we can. We understand your grievances with how it was handled, and we are beyond sorry for our poor handling of the situation. But these tapes we have just played paint a different story to what Sita said happened. We wanted to share these tapes to tell the truth and what they've been keeping under wraps. With this information in our possession, we can destroy the corruption in the company and finally move on from the dark spot in America's history. We promise that Sita's new goal is to keep this country safe and expose the truth, even if it's the hardest pill to swallow for some. Thanks for listening, and God bless the United States of America.